Hello. So, how do? Today I am in a right nice place, a different place than normal. I am not in Wales anymore. I have come home, back to where I'm from, not forever, just to visit my mum yesterday on Mother's Day, because you've got to, haven't you? And then today I'm going for a really nice walk with my dad in a right nice place where I'm from called Bolton. And I thought today, I would show you what Bolton's all about, because we're pretty famous for a few things. Peter Kay we're known for, Amir Khan we're known for, Vernon Kane we're known for, Warburton's bread, Reebok trainers, and the place being, a little bit grim as an old industrial mill town. But that's not always the case. We have got beauty on our doorstep, and I'm going to show it you now. Here's the map. I've sped the map up loads today because it's such an easy path with no technicality. Basically, you're just following lots of nice country park paths all the way around these three stunning reservoirs. It's low level, it's flat, it's easy. So the other day I was talking about an app my dad got for recognising birds. We're out in the woods together today, and look at that. That's everything around us. Well worth downloading. The link's in the description. So if you're from Bolton, or you went to Turton High School, like I did, you'll probably recognise exactly where I am. I'm currently walking around the Jumbles Reservoir. As you can see, it's very, very beautiful. And today, what is it, 11 miles? 11 miles we're going to do around the Jumbles Reservoir, Entwistle Reservoir, and the Wayoh Reservoir. And hopefully we're going to stop for some lunch on the route as well. Maxie, morning. You can see my father behind me there. This is Reuben. This is the F1 that I was talking about the other day. And we've just, there he is, look, Reuben, the little F1. And me and Max have just been the victims of some actual dog racism. So my dad was walking up through the car park with his F1, whilst another couple was approaching with another cockapoo. Totally blanked me and Max, didn't even say a good morning to us. But they saw Reuben and my dad, fellow F1s, and they all stopped for a little chat together and all licking bums and all that sort of stuff. But nothing for my little Maxie. So yeah, there you go. There is dog elitism with these bloody F1s. But anyway, I'll show you where we're going. So yeah, this is the Jumbles. I mean, for me, this place holds some serious memories. I'm sorry I'm doing a voiceover, but I'd forgot to switch my microphone on at this point. But where we are now, this is where, I don't have to whisper because my dad's not with me now, but this is where we used to wag school quite a lot back in the day. But the Jumbles originally was built in the 60s, opened in 1971, holds about 2 billion cubic litres of water, and was originally built to ensure a consistent water flow to the sort of Crowell, Irwell river systems and all the industries around it. But now it's more for domestic use and things like that. I'm not quite sure where it feeds. I did try and look online, but I couldn't find out. But anyway, the Jumbles. So just walking in between sort of the Jumbles and heading into Entwistle. So this cool little thing, just this pillbox over here. So let's go and have a look at that. Look at that, I can only assume it's an old World War II pillbox. I can't see any other reason why there'd be one. And I assume it was to guard the road. Yeah, I assume it was to guard that road that you can see just there. But let's have a quick look in, shall we? Let's see what's in here. If I shit myself now, I am very sorry. I once went into a building like this and a bloody sheep jumped out at me. Oh, but look at that. A little bit, I assume some local youths coming here to do what it is that local youths do, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty well preserved. There's Reuben and there's my father walking past, so we could have easily shot them, so that's quite cool. And you can see it there guarding the road as well. Awesome. Just saw this cool little old building as we're walking through Turton, to the church now as well, but this is the old schoolhouse. Pop that there for a second so you can read it. But yeah, well, cool building. And look at this window. I'm not in Wales anymore, but you can never escape the dry goch. Like me, these have obviously got a love of all things Cymraeg. I had to quickly stop and just video that horse. How beautiful is she? Absolutely stunning horse. Hello. So we've got to our second reservoir. This is called Entwistle Reservoir. And we technically left my hometown of Bolton and we're technically now in the town of Blackburn. But look at this place, Entwistle Res. What a right nice place. But it won't always be a right nice place. Me and my dad have been walking up and loads of people just dump crap, don't they? Don't be illiterate, remember, folks. But yeah, going through now. Proper nice. I'm going to stop for a nice brew, I think, in a minute. Very busy here today as well. But if you're ever up our neck of the woods, do come and visit it, because look at this. Just really, really nice. So flat. Look at this now. Always reminds me like a mini lock being up at Entwistle. It's like being a little bit of Scotland. Absolutely beautiful place. We used to always come here with our little Elsie when she was tiny during COVID. We used to play in them woods over there. And I'd hide chocolate eggs in it for her and she'd have to go searching. Maxie absolutely loving it up here though. It's been a couple of years since we did this walk. It's nice to do it again. I know it's not a mountain, I know it's not Wales, but it is a right nice place. It's a right busy place today as well. Oh, so we're still walking around Entwistle, but I just wanted to take you into these woods. I mentioned earlier this is where me and Elsie's my little girl. So hello Elsie, if you're watching. And God, I used to bring Elsie in here nearly every morning during COVID. And look at this forest. How good is this? You know, so Alan Partridge once famously said my area was famous for guns and cotton, which, you know, might not be too far from the truth. And Southerners always say it's grim up north. Well, let me tell you, you're bloody wrong, Southerners, because look at this. This is tremendous. So yeah, what a right nice place. Nice to be home, nice to be having a walk with my dad as well. Really special. But I love this forest. We used to camp in here when I was a kid. But yeah, just wanted to show you. Special forest indeed for me, this. Great memories of being a young man camping in here. And even better memories of bringing our Elsie in here. And one day she'll be back up here with me, I'm sure. And our Maxie having the time of his life, running through the trees over there. And here's his cousin Reuben. Hello, Reuben. They're just running off there. But yeah, I'm gonna, Maxie! Maxie! I'm gonna join the path again now, and I didn't walk my dad through them bits of the woods. He's very old. He can't be going through such difficult. He's not really. He'll kill me if he sees that. Maxie, come on, mate. Maxie's just stood in the trees at the minute, having a jolly old time. Maxie, this way, please. Anyway, I'll join you again in a bit. We're still on the Entwistle Reservoir. We've got one more reservoir to go. We're going to get to, here's Maxie now, look. What a good boy. We're going to get to the Wayoh Res next. 11-mile walk. We're 6 miles in now. Phenomenal walk. Really easy. I was going to do Scarfell today whilst I was up in Bolton visiting my family. I was going to travel up to the lakes and do Scarfell, but stupidly yesterday, before I left work, needed a spare keg of beer, so I took one from one of the pubs over the road and thinking I'm big and strong. Well, still thinking I'm big and strong. I just decided to lift the keg up and carry it from one pub to the next. And this morning, or beginning of last night, geez, my back is in bits, so I didn't fancy a mountain today. So I'm really pleased actually, because it's nice to have time with your dad, innit? You should always spend time with your parents, and especially when you're in a place as magnificent as this. Who would have thought, eh? Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Hello again. I'm just doing this video for the second time because I've just done this, but I forgot to switch my microphone on. I will get better with technology. But yeah, me and my dad, we've stopped now at a pub called the Strawberry Duck. We're having a beautiful little pint of bitter shandy. Very nice indeed. This is about just over halfway around the walk. And the reason I wanted to stop at the Strawberry Duck today is I've not been here since I was 15 years old. I'm now 40, obviously look 20. But we used to come up to the Strawberry Duck when we were 15 purely because it was the only pub that would serve us. So we've come up here just to reminisce really. The pub's not changed all that much. Beer garden's a little bit more modern, but inside is exactly the same as it was sort of 25 years ago. So mind-blowing really. I'll show you the outside of it in a second. But one thing I really liked is just over there. If I get my big finger right, there we go. You can see that handle, that beer handle. And they've got dog water outside and you have to pump it yourself. Very cool indeed. Anyway, we're going to finish these pints off. The dogs are having a sausage, and I'll speak to you in a moment. Now, I'm not in the habit of filming in men's toilets because that sort of shit can get you arrested. However, check out the toilets at the Strawberry Duck. How cool are these? I haven't got a bucket to piss in. Brilliant. So we're at our third and final reservoir now. This is the Wayoh Reservoir. I think we're about 7-8 miles into the walk now, so not long to go. But yeah, this is the final reservoir on our walk. By far the quietest reservoir as well so far. How cool is that? This quarry that we're walking around, this Wayoh Reservoir, one of the rarest grassland types in the UK. Me and my dad are now walking through a village called Edgeworth, which is a right nice village if you've never been here. As we were just discussing, if you put it somewhere down south, people would flock for miles to see how fabulous it is. But it's really nice. But the reason I've started video in Edgeworth, as some of you know who follow me and subscribe, and if you don't, then please do like and subscribe and share. But for those that do follow me already, you'll probably know, sorry, let's just sort this out. I'm not on my gimbal today. I forgot to bring the gimbal. I'm on my phone, so a little bit different. But the reason I've started filming now, and as some of you will know, is I run pubs and hotels and bars and restaurants and stuff like that, is what I do for a living. Ideally, I'd just like to do this, walk around talking to you, that'd be great. But anyway, just in front of me now, and I'll show it you in a second, is the first place I ever started my culinary journey on, my journey into restaurants and pubs. And I'm just looking at it, it's right in front of me now. It's not called what it was when I worked there. When I worked there back in the day, and when I say back in the day, my first job, I was 13 years old. I used to cycle up here on a Friday and a Saturday night to come and wash the dishes. And at the time, it was a pub called the Spread Eagle. And it was an Italian restaurant, but it was called the Spread. And now it's got a bit more of an Italian name, to be quite honest. We're going to show it you now. Come on. Sorry, just crossing the road, but I'm going to show it you now. And this was the first place I ever got a job. Here it is. It's now called Giuseppe's, which is a bit more Italian sounding than the Spread Eagle was. And if you're from Bolton and you worked at the Spread Eagle in around about 98 to 2001, let me know if you worked for the craziest bastard I've ever worked for, called Alberto. Now, Alberto, the Italian man, paid me £1.50 an hour to wash his dishes. And he was evil, man. Alberto was mad. If you used to stack your plates higher than 10 plates high, he used to dock my wages by 10p a plate. I was only on £1.50 an hour. And if it wasn't busy enough in the restaurant, he used to make us polish his golf clubs for £1.50 an hour. Can you imagine trying to do that now? And the waitresses, God bless them, they were only like 14, 15-year-old girls themselves. And the shit that Alberto used to give them if they got an order wrong, God bless them. I remember him once screaming at a girl, and bear in mind she was 14, that her mother must have had an headache the night she was conceived because she was so damn stupid. Unbelievable place. Anyway, for some reason I fell in love with restaurants and carried on working them and still do. But yeah, that was my first ever job. Wonderful. Anyway, we're going to walk down now. We're almost at the end of it. Well, we're not almost at the end, but we're going back towards the Jumbles, which is the first reservoir we started at. So I'll see you there. Walked along and we spotted this little duck. If anybody knows what it is, leave it in the comments because we don't, but it's cool. So I'm back at the Jumbles now. Me and my dad carrying on walking around now. We've probably got about a mile and a half left to go until we're back to my mum and dad's house. So thank you for joining me today. It's been a right nice place. It's been really lovely actually to have a walk around a place that I used to spend all my youth and I've not walked around properly for 20 years. So it's been great. It's been a nice little nostalgia trip today, and obviously it's always nice to get out with my dad and have a mooch as well. But thanks for stopping by. If you've not already done so, please like, please subscribe and all that jazz, and share it and leave a comment as well, you know, and recommend any other good walks. But if you are ever in the beautiful north, ignore what southerners say because it is not grim up north. It's actually a right nice place. So make sure you visit. Thanks for joining me.